Caruso runs a break. Caldwell Pope goes to the wing here. James! Oh!
Trying to play at the defensive end. Got blown by back.
Oh, yes!
Hook jam!
Harden, step back. Puts up the three. Got hit. Shot's good! And one!
Back this time here, Steph.
Oh, Russell Westbrook!
Let's talk about your Lakers, man. Y'all coming off a championship. Y'all won about, 80 days ago in October. Kobe right there. I know you got more Kobe stuff in there right behind you.
Oh, yeah. I know you see in my
see.
top left. I got this little mini Kobe shrine right here.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Oh, yeah.
And more,
Very cultured.
That's just a little sample size of the Lakers stuff you have. But speaking of your Lakers, y'all coming off a title y'all just won in October. LeBron and AD playing every game so far, but y'all standing at 2-2. You got some new additions to the team. Y'all got Dennis Shroder to replace Rajon Rondo. You got Montrezl Harrell to replace essentially, Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, who y'all both let go. JaVale, y'all traded to Cleveland. Dwight, he went to Philadelphia to become a backup for Joel Embiid. You picked up Marc Gasol as well. Wesley Matthews, who those two haven't been doing as much as Shroder and Harrell have been producing as much on the offensive end with their pick and roll. But y'all have what seems to be a more beefed up and younger version of a roster. What have you seen? Y'all lost to the Clippers on Christmas, as I predicted. Y'all lost to the Trailblazers.
They beat us last year too, so I ain't worried about it. Worked out for us pretty good.
And y'all lost to the Trailblazers too recently. Derrick Jones, everybody keep playing those highlights of him blocking LeBron in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. One of them was a two-hand block. So that was kind of crazy. But
nice.
So where do you see your Lakers at right now? And obviously, I ain't gonna say what's the expectations, because I know you being a Laker diehard, championship is the expectation this year, and many picking y'all to win a championship this year. I'm not. It's likely. I ain't counting y'all out. I ain't counting you out. Like, I see y'all going far, but I ain't gonna just write it down in the book saying you're gonna get it. But
didn't last year either.
I did not. Nope. Not everybody did either. I mean, y'all was in the top contention last year, but people had the Clippers win the championship more than Lakers. But now, as we saw, the turn of events, what happened?
Hindsight's 2020, ain't it?
It is
just like the year,
ain't
it?
Anyway.
But speaking on my Lakers though, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, the way I see it, it's that early season gelling. We got a lot of new pieces. Rondo got swapped in for Dennis Shroder. Shroder is a much different point guard. He's more of a shoot first, pass later kind of guy. Rondo has made a career of being that guy who will average more assists than points, who really initiates the offense for his team. Montrez is an interesting player because he's more of a hustle kind of a guy. He's not very tactical. He doesn't offer that same big presence as Dwight does off the bench. And then Marc Gasol, let's be honest, Marc Gasol's security number is probably single digits. He's an old man. He's a pretty old man. And he's not very mobile. He's not really the same kind of athlete and jumper and lateral quickness kind of a guy like JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. And that's just different for the Lakers and the tempo that we like to run and just generally what we did last year. With that in mind, though, I'm not really worried about it. This happens with almost every LeBron team. I think we got spoiled a little bit by last year because that's pretty much the first time that LeBron had a new team, at least in new in sense of a lot of moving pieces, because AD came, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and all those guys were gone, and a lot of new pieces in free agency and whatnot that came. And I think you got to recognize that these teams take time to build. Outside of last year, all of LeBron's teams started slow. They started out about 500-ish about the first 10 to 15 games. And then they figured out they gel. And by playoff time, they're a high-octane offense, defense, and just overall well-initiated, optimized team. I think that with some good coaching, with some more reps, and then also you got to think, like, these dudes literally just roll out of bed after winning a championship the night before, basically. Like, they need to take some time to get acclimated, get their bodies right, and they're coasting. They're not coasting.
I'm actually kind of surprised that LeBron and AD are playing as much as they are right now.
Yeah, they played 35 minutes last night because I think LeBron played the whole fourth against Portland too, and I just think that they were really trying to win that game, and Dame Dollar said, not so fast. but as he's known to do. But either way, I'm not too concerned about it. I think, like I said, Lakers in 5 against anybody they play,
in the championship,
and they'll come together. In the championship, in the semifinals, in the Western Conference Finals, in the regular season, in whatever. Lakers
in the regular season. I don't think they played any team more than 4 times in the regular season.
But if they did, Lakers in 5.